Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. Last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss. Here's Sunvold. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Good work there as it goes. KD's got his team on the board to start the game for the Timberwolves.
You know, the defense is all over Durant inside, but, you know, his length and agility and high release point allow him to still make it happen.
Here's Buzelis. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Here's Sunvold. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
If you want the title of 3-and-D player, you've got to make threes. McDaniels has really worked on that shot.
Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with his shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Minnesota with the ball, following the bucket by the Hawks. Pass to Porzingis. The three. Johnson with the rebound. On the wing, Daniels. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. A three ball. Okongwu's shot is good.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
There's the drive. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
McDaniels with the big answer.
Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. On the wing, Daniels. 5 to shoot. Down low. Here's Okongwu.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Back to Young. Pass to Buzelis. A wide open look here for Okongwu. Another three for Atlanta.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
4-on-3 break. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 8 points.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Here's Sunbold. To the middle. And finished up by McDaniel.
McDaniels going upstairs with an athletic move.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. There's 48 seconds left in the first. How about this run, Craig? They're on right side. That was something to see.
Good.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
What's the Timberwolves now? Following Onyeka Okongwu's three-point attempt. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Sunbold. Outside, Dort. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. KD can't get it to go. That will count. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's been all about Jaden McDaniels. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, I've liked their assertiveness inside. They've been getting that way and playing that way the whole time, setting the tone right away that the inside area is their territory.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
And great for Buzelis. Basketball has been a part of his family for generations.
Yeah, how about that? Both his parents played professionally in Lithuania, as did both of his grandfathers. And his dad now works with the Lithuanian men's national team as a physiotherapist.
Yeah, you've got to be aware of Porzingis in these situations. I mean, you know he's coming for the three-point revenge there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
Maybe that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's Sunbold following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's KD. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
Nobody better at getting inside and finding good looks. KD rarely forces anything, and he usually gets the best shot available.
And here's Young from the arc. Second chance shot. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. teams changing it up here. To the paint. Here's Capella. Oh, and the jam by Capella.
How about the force of that dunk by Capella? Wow.
Minnesota in the lead. High post, Zubac. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You've got to be in great condition. But the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic. Things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Timberwolves leading by 4. Dillingham with it. Driving to the basket. Six on the shot clock. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter of basketball. Here's Gay. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Dillingham. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
It's LeVert on the wing. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the wing on the left. Here's Zubac. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Young with the ball. Jones covering. Over to the wing. It's LeVert on the wing. It's good from long range.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Now Dillingham. 54 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Zubac. Now Dillingham. Okongwu grabs the board. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Now it's just a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Here's Dillingham. Wide open look here for Zubac. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Here's Okongwu. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And that's 13 points for Onyeka Okongwu. Here's McDaniels. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves ahead, up by 2. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far.
Nice job capitalizing down there. Young good at probing inside and finding some space.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Here is Daniels following the 3 by Minnesota. to Okongwu. 5 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gas like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Minnesota leading by 3. Second half rolling along now. About a minute play here. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Atlanta takes possession. Now, here is Young. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That is his first foul of the game. Now, here's Okongwu. Pass to Buzelis. Young outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Okongwu. Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
Blocked again. Right side Durant. Right wing. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, that's an easy throwdown for him. The rim might as well be 8 feet tall when you're as long as he is.
And then Buzelis with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Up top, Okongwu. Back to Daniels. Durant with the steal. And now the Timberwolves on the break. KD on the wing. No good from outside. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 3. After this game, they can look forward to L.A., where they'll match up against the Clippers. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Here's Young. Following the basket by Lou Dort. Buzelis, no one around him. Offline with his 3. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Over to the left wing. Here's Sunvolt. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And, guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. Already a very confident player, knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The Hawks trailed by 7. And here's LeVert. Pass to Daniels. Atlanta again missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Sunvolt, that's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to talk to his guys. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Daniels. Back to Young. Screen by Capella. Another shot. Nice move. And the dunk by Capella.
Capella's so good at finishing around the rim, showing you right there. Great explosiveness inside.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Pass to Capella. Clock at 6. Here's Gay. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And now it's just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. The three for DiVincenzo. Bangs home the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Okongwu. Stolen by Jones. $19 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Zubac. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Zubac has got the lead up to 9 now for Minnesota. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. It could go. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ahead by 9. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Timberwolves leading by 9. Here's Sunvold. Outside for KD. Durant brings it from distance.
Oh, that's too easy for KD. You just can't let him get a look from the corner.
Pass to Buzelis. And Okongwu has it in the corner. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And I got to say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
So it's Minnesota now. After the basket by Atlanta. To the inside. Here's McDaniels. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
A guy who wants to make a big impact. McDaniels is just going off.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Daniels from outside. And he's good on the 3-ball. Daniels has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Confident and composed on the 3-point shot at a critical juncture.
Pass to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Sunvold. Inside. Second shot opportunity. Atlanta with the rebound.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm. All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Atlanta making a switch here. Timberwolves leading by 3. Here's Sunvold. Good, nice job down low.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Young looking it over. To the middle. Here's Okongwu.
The adjustments they've made offensively They're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Sunvold, that's good.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to it?
And no let-up in him either, guys. I mean, he wants to continue to expand that lead, and as long as he's the one taking the shots, that lead's going to expand.
Here's Sunvold. Outside, Porzingis. There's McDaniels. Off target from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Atlanta again missing.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Aimed by Porzingis. The shot by KD. No good. To the left wing. And Okongwu has it in the corner. To the inside. It's stolen by George. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And then Durant with the dunk.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Kicks it out to Johnson. Poked away. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Durant deciding where to go with it. Misses the jumper.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
And so Minnesota takes the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective